Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Zcash, XRP, and Ethereum. Guys, we're going to dig into these. We're going to start on the 4-hour on most of them. We're going to work our way back to the 1 day, and we're going to look at some support, resistance, trend lines, some chart patterns, different things that are taking place here. So I'm excited to be here with you. If you like these updates, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Appreciate you all being here with me today. And I also want to tell you, go into my playlist, guys. I got a bunch of free, basically tutorial videos of candlesticks, all different types of stuff in there, free to learn. You really want to learn trading yourself. It's always great to listen to other people as well, but you want to learn this stuff for yourself. That's the most important thing. You want to learn it and apply it and then learn from it. If something goes, the opposite of what you were thinking, learn from it, write it down, and continue to move on. That's the way you have to do it in trading, because anything can happen in this space. This truly is, the wild, wild west. This is a wild Mustang. It's amazing to be in this space because the volatility is so great, and that's why we're here as traders, guys. So, traders and investors, if you like these, like, subscribe. We'll dig into this. Alright guys, so on Litecoin, we've been looking at this little symmetrical triangle or pennant pattern that we've been dealing with here. And what we had here was a touch, 2, and then we had 3 touches here. We had 2 down here, so this would qualify for that symmetrical triangle. We've been up above our 20 EMA, our 50, 100, and 200. Everything's looking good. We did break out of this on good volume, but we've had a lot of rejection right here around this top that we've had around that 143. So we want to see if we can break through that today. We would want a candle close up above that on the 1-day chart. Is a close up above about that 143 is what we're looking for, guys. So we're really going to pay attention to it. Remember, with symmetrical triangles, you can break up and continue to run. You can basically break up, come back, bounce off this trend line, then continue to move farther. You can break up out of here and it can be a failed pattern and you can fall back down. So those are the 3 options. Right now we've had a lot of tight price action outside of this symmetrical triangle, this top trend line. So we really want to see where the day closes. And remember, this is on the 4-hour chart, guys. Alright, so if you go out to that 1-day chart tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern time, you'll be able to see where the close is and see how we're looking outside of this little pennant or symmetrical triangle that we've been dealing with here. And this is a nice one, guys. There wasn't a lot of white space or black space in here. It's really was chopping back and forth, back around, and we did have that break to the upside. So we just got to pay attention to the fact and see if it's a 5% failure or if this is really going to be a breakout. Next one I want to go to is Bitcoin Cash. And if you guys haven't seen this, I'm on TradingView here, and you hit this little button over here to the right, and these are some of the stocks or coins that I'm keeping track of here. So the next one we're going to go to is Zcash. And you also have news, all different types of stuff, which is very interesting. So with Zcash, guys, on the 4-hour here, we've been obeying that 20 EMA, that 50 moving average, 100, 200. So we're up above all of them yet again here, just like we're on Litecoin, up above them on even the 4-hour chart. So we are extremely bullish. Things are looking really good in that aspect. And what I wanted to do is take you out to the 1 day here, and we're going to look to see if we have any candle formations that we can pay attention to. Alright, so with Zcash, we had a very strong move. We pushed up, we've gapped away from this 20 EMA a little bit. We started to have a doji candle here, and then we did have some confirmation to the downside, but it looked like we were just setting a little bit higher, or a little higher low here, guys, before continuously trying to push up. And what we're in right now is basically a shooting star candle. So if we were to close like that, a lot of times when you see those, sometimes you can have rejection. You can start falling down to the downside. Doesn't mean you have to. This could have been all the hesitation we had because we're so bullish, and then we push up even higher. But what we have are these beautiful higher highs and higher lows coming in on Zcash, guys. We're up above all the moving averages, up above that 200 especially. That's great. And you can see right now this was the resistance around that 113 there. So we're going to have to see where we end up closing today. If we close up above this area, if we do, then we could probably come up here and run to around that 136. If we were to go to the downside, I would look at this 20 EMA for support, and that's going to be around that $95 to $100. That also psychological $100. So that's to the downside, and then those were the targets to the upside that you really want to pay attention to. And what we want to do now is throw a stochastic indicator on there just to kind of see how our momentum's looking. Okay, get that out. Alright guys, so we're up here pretty high. We're at 90 and 92, so we are in overbought territory pretty extremely. Each time you can see we've gotten up to this area. Sometimes you go down a little bit, then you pop back up, but a lot of times you will have some type of retracement around this area. Does that mean we're not going to push up higher? not telling you that at all, because anything can happen in this space, but I do want you to be aware of that we are running in to basically high stochastic or overbought stochastic with a little bit of a cross to the downside. Now it's looking like we actually want to pop back up again, but it's something you do want to keep your eye on, because that is happening at resistance here. This was just a little hesitation, guys, so we had a big fall. We just had a quick little reaction, then we fell down very hard and aggressive there. So we do want to just look at that little blip, but if we can get past that, then we're going to look up to around that 136.46. And guys, if you like these quick little updates on 4 or 5 different coins, let me know down low, and leave your thoughts on Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Zcash, XRP, Ethereum. I really want you all to take a look at that type of stuff and tell me what you think. Next one, Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash has been running very hard. This has been a nice one. And guys, this uptrend's looking beautiful here. The higher lows that have been coming in, those are looking nice. This was old resistance. It's looked like we're trying to get up through that. Remember, we want to break through that. You can see my red line here. So basically, that was old resistance. We want to break through, and if we do come back, we want that to become new support. But if we can get up through this, we can run very quickly from where we're at now all the way up to around that $633, because this area we fell so hard and so fast. We're making it up on that backside. Yet again, we're up above that 20 EMA, that 50 moving average, that 100, and that 200 day. We have the golden cross there of the 100 over the 200. Guys, things are looking good there. Stochastics at 82 and 67. So just pay attention. A little bit overbought territory on that 82 there. Remember, 70 or over is overbought territory. We did have a nice little cross here to the upside though, so things are looking good there. And I also have this purple trend line I've been paying attention to, and we've been having higher lows, and we've respected it off there. We had a bullish engulfing candle off there. We got some increasing volume, so we just want to see if we can close up above this today, then eventually maybe make it up to around that $633. We could run very hard, very fast, very aggressively. We're up 9.29%. We're at $481 on Bitcoin Cash. So if you're in Bitcoin Cash holding it right now, guys, let it ride, in my opinion. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor, but this is where you just want to let some things ride and see what happens. We can get very overextended very fast to the upside, so keep an eye on that. Next one we're going to go to is XRP. This one we've been talking about how we've believed a move is going to be looming, and now we're starting to see it a little bit. We're up to almost 48 cents now. Guys, you can see right here, this was the area, almost like a little ascending triangle there. We're having higher lows, kind of a flat top there. What we could do is even throw a trend line on this. Guys, off the real bodies, you can see where we broke out right there. And now what we're looking for is to see, since we broke this area, we want a candle close up above that 479, and then most likely, or I'm sorry guys, that 0.749, and then hopefully if we can get past that, we'd look up to around 55 cents and 57 cents as a target. So do you see this, guys, this overhead resistance here that I have in red? What I tried to do is go off the real bodies for y'all, and a lot of times that's where you'll run into some hesitation. But right now we broke out of this little chart pattern here, almost like a symmetrical triangle type deal. In the ascending triangle, you'd have a flat top with higher lows going up there, and you'd have either a break to the upside or downside, more likely to the upside in ascending triangle. This is almost like a symmetrical triangle, which is breaking to the upside right now, which you have a 54% shot. I was reading in my encyclopedia chart patterns last night of symmetrical triangle breaking with the trend. It's about 54% of the time they'll break to the upside, and the rest percent they'll break to the downside. So always be aware of that, guys. Watch those chart patterns. They can be very valuable to you. So we're at 80 and 71. We are in overbought territory there. We want to keep an eye on it, but this is the spot where we can get very overextended, guys, and some good volume could come in and really blast us out of here. So we want to pay attention to that. We're up above the 20, we're up above the 50, the 100, and the 200-day moving average. Excuse me. So if you're in Ripple right now, this is the time when you just want to be holding on and see what's going to happen if we get a continued push to the upside, because we are getting some more volume coming in, increasing volume on the 1 day there. We're up 7.47%. So if you're in Ripple right now, guys, it's time to let it ride right now, and let's see what happens, and we can start to look at some of these overhead areas there around like that 55 cents or whatnot. We're going to keep an eye on that. All right. And the last one I want to go to is Ethereum. Let's take a look at Ethereum here. We were talking about this probably 4 or 5 days ago if you go back to that video, and we were looking for a breakout from Ethereum, and it looks like we've been getting one here, guys. Been looking very strong there. Nice higher lows. I apologize, my chart's loading a little bit slower today, but still up above the 20, the 50, the 100, the 200. Things are looking great right there. This was basically our old resistance around that 275. We broke up out of that. That was old resistance. We'd want it to become new support if we do back test it, but right now we're just blasting up, guys. We're challenging around that $321 is going to be overhead resistance. And let's see here. We're going to go through a few different spots for us. So about right there, we're going to look at that 320. We could look for a little hesitation there. Guys, let me apologize. Then I'd look to around that 419 and then up around, we'd say that $500. Those are going to be the areas I look to the upside. To the downside, we look for support off that 20 EMA, which is around that 266. We are in overbought territory. We're at 96 and 88 on the stochastic RSI, so we do want to pay attention to that. But this is a nice clean break that we're having out of this right now. We just want to get a nice candle close up above that $320 today. That would be great, because if we get up above that, then we have a really nice shot to run up into the 400s. So we're going to pay attention to this, guys. I appreciate you being here with me today. You let me know if you like this format here. Pay attention to these type of things like this trend line down here. Guys, just going through this a little bit quicker with you, but these are the things that I always want to look for. Pay attention to that trend line. This is our uptrend here. We are in an intermediate term bullish uptrend. Things are looking great right now. So just pay attention to the overbought conditions. Other than that, guys, that's what we got for you today. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless each and every one of you. Appreciate you being here with me. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you like what we do.